their first 3 encounters rather easily. Glasgow won over Taylor County 34-13, lost to Bowling Green 20-14, won over E-Town 27-21, and defeated Butler County in their last outing 54-0. Of course, Corbin has rolled over their 3 opponents thus far this year as the Red Hounds defeated Hazard in the opener 60-6, won over Pineville 47-0, and last week defeated Whitley County 62-0. So Corbin really untested thus far this year, as the Red Hounds have averaged 56.3 points per game against the opponent's only 2 points per game. Corbin is averaging almost 400 yards per game, the opponent's 100 yards per game. The Red Hounds behind Greg Taylor, who's rushed for 232 yards in just 15 attempts. He's averaging 15.5 per carry. Vic Rose averaging 13.7 per carry, and Richie Grigsby averaging 11.7. Corbin coach Cotton Adams, in discussing tonight's game, talked about the quarterback of Glasgow. Not what we saw from Travis last year, but he's a good quarterback, a young one, rather inexperienced at this point. We'll be back in a moment with more here from Glasgow, Kentucky, right after we pause for these messages from our sponsors. Look what's waiting for you when you shop Food Fair Supermarket on South Main in Corbin. Aisle upon aisle of everyday low prices. Everything you'll need for the family with that friendly personal service all the way to your car. Make shopping at Food Fair a weekly habit, and you'll save. Plus, we give S&H green stamps. Food Fair is open 7 days a week for your shopping convenience. In addition to the full line of groceries, Food Fair Supermarket can supply you with farm animal feeds. There's no doubt about it. When you shop at Food Fair, you're doing yourself, your family, and your wallet a great big favor. The Corbin Red Hounds coming back onto the football field tonight in those red jerseys, along with the silver headgears and silver pants. Corbin ranked #1 in Class AA football here in the state of Kentucky, the defending 1980 state high school champion. And the Red Hounds tonight will once again have the services of their center, Scott Crook, a 5'11", 196-pound senior who's been out with an injury for a couple of games. They'll start offensively like this. At right end will be Tom Greer, a 5'11", 170-pound junior. Joe Shelton at left end. Shelton, a 5'10", 160-pound senior. The right tackle is Steve Jewell, a 5'11", 220-pound junior. At left tackle is Matt Church. He's 5'10", a 214-pound junior. At right guard is Roger Rose. Rose at 5'9", a 203-pound sophomore. The left guard is Mark Least. Least at 5'9", a 196-pound senior. At center is Scott Crook, as we said. The quarterback, Richie Grigsby, a 6', 170-pound senior. Richie 5 out of 9 passing this year. At a halfback will be Vic Rose, a 5'7", 165-pound senior. He alternates with Glenn Curry, a 5'9", 150-pound senior. At left halfback is Greg Taylor, a 5'11", 190-pound senior. And the fullback is Truman Perry. Perry at 5'6", a 168-pound senior. Defensively for Corbin, the ends are Danny Rollins and Tom Greer. The tackles are Mark Least and Matt Church. At nose guard and playing again this week will be Roger Rose after missing last week. Right linebacker Truman Perry. Left side linebacker is Steve Jewell. The cornerbacks are Glenn Curry and Jeff Anderson. And the safeties are Greg Taylor and Vic Rose. That's the way Corbin will line up tonight as the Glasgow Scotties are returning to the field right now and will be set for action between Corbin and Glasgow right after this word.
Lowe Aluminum is this area's leader when it comes to custom-built windows, aluminum siding, gutters and downspouts, and storm doors. But Lehman Lowe wants you to know also that they are specialists in installing swimming pools. They install stainless steel or fiberglass sidewalls with concrete or vinyl liner bottoms. Plan now for next summer's fun and call Lowe Aluminum at 528-3112 to ask about a pool of your own. They're located on the London Highway just north of Corbin.
And the captains are meeting at center field, the blue of Glasgow against the red of Corbin. For the Corbin Red Hounds, number 7, Richie Grigsby, one of the captains. Number 10 for Glasgow is Kevin Gauntz. He's a flanker back. Number 33 is Jeff England. He's a fullback. The officials having the introduction right now as Coach Cotton Adams goes for his 4th straight victory as head coach. The toss of the coin that won by Glasgow. They'll have the option. The other end for Corbin. And Captain Joe Shelton along with Grigsby. So the Scotties, after winning the toss, Corbin will defend the goal to our right. The officials still huddled with the teams. This is an excellent place to come for football. Stands not as large, only on one side as what we have at Corbin, but a nice facility here. And it's one that we think that can turn into one of the better football series and rivalries here in the state of Kentucky. The Corbin Red Hounds coming out onto the field now.
And we're back here at Glasgow High School. Don, Glasgow won the toss. Glasgow has elected to receive.
Well, the field is in good condition here tonight. We've had some rain, but just enough to dampen it a little bit. And the situation, as we have it here, has made the field in excellent playing condition. As we said, Corbin probably getting their first real test of the year. The Red Hounds huddled up now as they break out of that. And a kid that's been doing a fine job for Corbin kicking off this year, Robbie Burge, is set to kick off right now. Robbie Burge, a 5'9", 190-pound junior. He's had a lot of opportunities as Corbin has scored 25 touchdowns this year by 15 different players. Donnie Whitlow, who played last year and played well for Glasgow, is the deep man. Whitlow is standing at his own 5-yard line. As Burge is getting the ball, getting his shoe laced up first of all, and he'll tee it at the 40-yard line. Also deep will be
David Bailey back there.
David Bailey. He's off to the left side of the field. Then Johnny Martin is also deep for Glasgow. Those are the 3 deep men. Pardon me, it's going to be Bailey off to the right and Martin to the left. And as I said a moment ago, Donnie Whitlow is the deep man standing at the 5-yard line. A lot of color on this field in the red and blue that's showing up right now. So here we go for the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. Hoping you enjoy Corbin High School football. Robbie Burge has it teed. He approaches the football. Our game is underway. A nice kick straight downfield as Whitlow takes it at the 9. He turns direction, heads to his left, comes back to his right. He's at the 15, looking for running room. They've got him hemmed in, and down he goes at the 16-yard line. That's Jeff Anderson and Lenny Henderleit over there for Corbin. Lenny Henderleit, a 5'9", 145-pound junior, and Jeff Anderson, a 5'8", 166-pound senior, has stopped Whitlow at the 16-yard line, where the Scotties will take over 1st and 10. For Glasgow in their backfield now, the quarterback is Scotty Jones, a 6'2", 182-pound junior. Jones has a flanker, rather he has a man in motion to the right side now, as Jones gives it right straight up the middle to his fullback Jeff England. England gets a couple of yards to about the 18-yard line, maybe the 19, and there's big Steve Jewell of Corbin. Jewell, 5'11", 220-pound junior who knows how to play that defense. He comes in from the left side linebacking position after a gain of 3 to the 19. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 now for the Scotties. Just underway here tonight. The flanker comes off to the right side. That is, well, it's going to be a split into the right side in Clifton Wooten. As they try the middle of the line once again, it's going to be Donnie Whitlow this time, as Whitlow crosses over the 20 to about the 21 or 22-yard line. Steve Jewell again on the stop for Corbin, and they've spotted the ball, let's call it at about the 23-yard line, a pickup of 4, where Glasgow will have it third down, about 3.5 to go for the first down. A big first down play on their first offensive series here tonight. Once again, it's going to be Wooten wide to the right side. Split into the left side is Elmore. Wooten goes in motion now from the flanker back position. The pitch back going to Whitlow, looking for room around the corner. He turns the corner, close to a first down as he gets up to near the 26-yard line. They ran him out of bounds on the far side of the field as we see Matt Church and others coming from there. It's going to be close for the first down. The official looking now. He was driven out of bounds. We'll wait to see whether or not. It's too early in the game to gamble. It is not a first down. He was driven out of bounds at the 25-yard line, and the Scotties now have it fourth down. A yard to go for the first down, just across the 25. And, of course, they'll go into punt formation right here. The Glasgow Scotties on their first offensive series have picked up 9 yards in the 3 carries. And they'll go into punt formation as it's Jerry Poland, a 5'10", 150-pound junior in punt formation. Deep for Corbin, 3 people back there. Here's Poland, got his, oh, it's a bad kick off the side of his foot, very short. Near the 30-yard line, it hits at the 30, bouncing back at the 29, and Corbin will have it at the Glasgow 28-yard line. A very poor kick. That kick is only good for 2 yards from the 26. Corbin will get it at the 28-yard line of Glasgow. Well, a big break already in this ball game. Now for the Redhounds, the quarterback, Richie Grigsby. His backfield with Truman Perry, Greg Taylor, and Vic Rose. They're set to go first and 10 at the Glasgow 28-yard line as the Scotties line up defensively. Only a 2-yard kick by Glasgow opening this game here tonight. Now the official signal, let's play ball. Corbin's first offensive play of the game. And here's the handoff straight up the middle. It's going to be Truman Perry, nothing. Maybe he lost a yard. Good defensive reaction from Greg Harris. Greg Harris, a 6', 170-pound senior, and it's a loss of 1 back to the 29-yard line. Well, Truman Perry has not really been tested thus far this year. Truman has carried the ball only 6 times in 3 games for 21 yards, an average of 3.5. It'll be second down. Let's call it 11 to go after a yard loss. Corbin out of an eye with the strong to the right side as Grigsby goes under, and what do we have? Penalty markers are dropped. Jeff England was anticipating a count, very eager in there, perhaps a 5-yard penalty. Yes, against the Scotties. That will move the ball down to their 24-yard line, and a break for Corbin again, as the Redhounds will have it second down and 6 to go for the first down at the Glasgow 24-yard line. 9 minutes and 35 seconds. We're in the opening period of this game. Scott Crook out with the ball at center, playing in the first game since the Hazard game. Once again, Corbin in that same formation as Grigsby calls. Taylor, no, he faked it. Grigsby at the 20, Grigsby 15. Nice running down to about the 12-yard line as he loses the shoe. Richie Grigsby was finally stopped by Jeff England after a beautiful fake into the middle to Greg Taylor. He then kept the ball, moved from the 24 down to the 12. A Corbin first down, the first down of this game.
Great offensive move right there for the Redhounds. Great option play by Grigsby. He made a nice move, some good blocking on the offensive line for him that time, Don, as Grigsby got up across the 15 down to about the 12-yard line, first and 10. Let's go back to that first offensive series for Glasgow. Great defense by the Redhounds. They needed that test, and they really played off for him. Defense played great.
Well, Corbin has it now first and 10 at the 12-yard line. Backfield straight away out of the wishbone, and the handoff is given once again to Perry. He gets a couple of yards to the 10. Corbin, no, that's Vic Rose, pardon me. Vic Rose gets the 2 yards. Now, it's quite odd, I would think at this point in the game, that the Redhounds have had 3 running plays, and Greg Taylor hasn't touched the football. Perhaps that's what Glasgow is thinking, too, as they key on number 23, Greg Taylor. But let's wait. We're at the 10-yard line now. Second down and 8 for the first down. No score in the game, just getting underway from Glasgow. Here we go. It's Taylor off the right side. 5, touchdown, and there he goes. The booming hard run of Greg Taylor, and he has scored the touchdown with 8 minutes and 29 seconds to go here in the opening period. Wow, did he ever cut off that right tackle slot, and he was in there and nothing flat. He runs over people. Greg Taylor has just scored his 7th touchdown of the year. That gives him 51 points on the year. He's 9 out of 10 kicking in extra point tries. His only extra point missed this year, it was a block. So in essence, he's perfect. They have to give him time now while he laces up that shoe, as Corbin has taken the lead with 8 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the opening period, getting a big break on a 2-yard punt. Now holding Curry. The snap back, the placement down, the kick up. It is a boomer. It is good, and we have a timeout. With 8:29 in the opening period, timeout on the score. Corbin 7, Glasgow nothing. Corbin's oldest and largest banking institution has Corbin's newest and most modern banking facilities. To serve their customers better, the First National Bank and Trust Company invites you to share the pleasant surroundings of the new main bank in downtown Corbin. But they know it takes more than facilities to give you the best in banking services. It also takes friendly, helpful people. This combination makes First National first, with conveniently located branch banks in South and East Corbin, all with drive-in facilities. The First National Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Plays 28 yards for the touchdown. Great offensive blocking. Back with the action. Here's Don.
All right, we're ready to go. As the Corbin Redhounds using only 4 plays to go the 28 yards in the score. Donnie Whitlow again is deep, and here's Vert very short this time on the kickoff. A man upfield takes it. At the 32, he's to the 35, and to the 38, a very poor run back, as Greg Harris really never got any footing that time. And the Redhounds normally used to getting that ball down to inside the 15 at least. That one got cupped up under the foot of Burge and just went very short. Glasgow, in their second offensive series now, has much better field position at their 38-yard line. They opened the football game tonight from their 16. Now Glasgow will have Elmore, a wing to the right side. They have a slot man. That's Wooten. Back to throw is Jones. He throws over the middle. A bad pass. It's down into the ground. Intended for Clifton Wooten, a 5'11", 160-pound junior. It was thrown short. It'll be second down and 10 from the 38-yard line. We are expecting the Scotties to be throwing quite a bit here tonight. That's what got them the bread and the butter last year against Corbin in the 28-27 win. David Bailey enters the lineup right now. He'll come in at an end position. As out of the ball at center is Charlie B. Royce, a 5'9", 160-pound senior. Bailey wide to the left side. The man in motion is Wooten to the right side. A lineman was moving. They didn't catch him. Here's the draw play. It goes to Donnie Whitlow at the 40. Whitlow's hit, and down he goes. Good defensive reaction for Corbin that time by Steve Jewell again. Steve Jewell was waiting for him and got him after getting about 3 yards to the 41, but the flag is down. Along the line of scrimmage, we had the right end, right tackle maybe it was, that was moving prior to the snap. Got by undetected, but now will Corbin take a 5-yard penalty against Glasgow or not? It's quite odd that Corbin and their opponents this year have both been penalized 150 yards, 50-yard average per game. That's about as fair as you can get it. It is declined on the penalty. Corbin declines the 5-yard penalty, and now it's going to be third down. It looks like about 8 yards to go, so give him a couple of yards on the play to just over the 40-yard line. Donnie Whitlow, the ball carrier. Glasgow's quarterback, Scotty Jones, in the backfield along with Donnie Whitlow, the tailback, Jeff England, the fullback, and the flanker back is Wooten. He's off to the left side. Back to throw Jones, looking. Rush being put on by Rose. Throws downfield. Taylor knocks it down. Greg been about a foot taller. He had the interception, but he made a good defensive play that time in playing the coverage to the left side as Greg Taylor got his hand on the football, knocked it away, and Glasgow will have the ball at the 41-yard line now. Fourth down and 8 for the first down. Corbin will drop back a triple safety. It'll be Greg Taylor, Glenn Curry, and Vic Rose. Taylor in the center of the field. Now, a moment ago, the punter got only a 2-yard punt off, and that is Jerry Poland. Let's see if he'll do any better this time. He's standing at his 27-yard line. Low snap as Greer tried to get to him. It's a much better kick. Floating upfield. It's going to hit and bounce over Rose to the right at the 35 to the 30, rolling and touchdown at the 30-yard line as we have a timeout with 7:30 to go in the opening quarter. The score, Corbin 7, Glasgow nothing. Well, the Corbin Red Hounds getting set to go right here on their second offensive series from their own 31-yard line. 7-17 here in the opening period as Grigsby goes under. We're ready to go. The handoff is given to Taylor as he breaks the tackle, comes over the 35 and moves the ball up to about the 38-yard line. That's Greg Taylor running successively now. 10 yards a moment ago. This time, Epley and Bailey make the stop, and Greg has moved the ball up to the 38-yard line, a pickup of 7. Corbin will have it second down and 3. This series starting from their own 31-yard line. Corbin out of the wishbone. Danny Rollins in the fullback position right now. Taylor again. Taylor looking for a hole. Not there. Goes outside. Taylor across the 40. Pushes people. Gets a first down. As Greg Taylor didn't see the hole, he went on outside in to the right side and got what looks like the first down. A penalty marker, I think, was dropped. We'll wait to see. David Bailey, a 5'10", 155-pound junior for Glasgow, made the tackle. No penalty marker dropped, so it's Corbin's second first down of the game as the Red Hounds, now behind Taylor, have moved the ball up to the 44, a pickup of 6. Corbin 2 first downs, leading 7-0. We're in the first period. A flanker wide to the right side. Grigsby goes under. He gives Taylor. Taylor across the 45 to midfield. He's looking for the ball, and down he goes at the 48-yard line of Glasgow. Johnny Martin finally made the stop on Greg Taylor, so he has now run the ball 4 straight times, and he's picking up the yardage. An 8-yard pickup that time. It'll be second down and 2 at the 48 of Glasgow. Greg Taylor this time will be a flanker outside in to the left, about 10 to 12 yards. Rollins and Curry behind Grigsby. It's Curry this time. Curry gets the first down to the 45 of Glasgow. Curry, in his first call of the night, gets 3 yards to the 45. And the tackle made by Charles Royce, the linebacker. For Corbin, it is their third first down of the game. The Red Hounds, according to the Litkin House ratings, were favored by 7 points in this game. Corbin having moved up to number 9 in the state according to the Lit ratings, number 1 in AA football in the Associated Press poll. The flanker goes wide to the right side now. First and 10 from the Glasgow 45. The handoff to Taylor. Flag goes down. Taylor pushing people, looking for yardage, and takes about 8 or 10 of them, looks like. About all the blue jerseys were in his direction. A penalty marker is down. This may go against the Red Hounds. Johnny Martin, the initial hit, along with Kevin Gotts, the defensive end. But I think perhaps Corbin will be assessed the penalty now as Taylor had moved it down to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 4. Greg's most carries this year had been 8 against Pineville. He's carried 15 times in the 3 games. He's carried 5 times in this game, 6 accounting that one. It didn't count because Corbin was penalized 5 yards back to the 50-yard line. So Corbin now will have it now, first down and 15. Let's see if they come out throwing here. Corbin is hitting on 53% of their passes this year. Out of the wishbone formation, both ends are in tight. Grigsby fakes to Taylor. He's back to throw, looking down. He's got Greer open. Let's see, can he get to it? No, too tall. Greer got behind the defensive man, Bailey. And he also had Joe Shelton coming down the left side. So they had the 2 ends just on a fly down the field. The pass was too long, and Corbin will have it now at midfield, second down and 15. Let's see if this will change their strategy any after getting the 5-yard penalty a moment ago. Starting this series from their own 31. They have now used 5 plays and moving it up to the 50. Joe Shelton split in to the left side. We have a halfback set off to the right side as Grigsby goes under. Grigsby on the draw, gives to Danny Rollins, midfield, 45, 40, and Rollins close to a first down at about the 38 of Glasgow. Danny Rollins getting his first call tonight as Clifton Wooten makes the tackle. Rollins not playing much last week because of an injury. Was able to maneuver for good yardage this time, gets 12 yards to the 38-yard line of Glasgow. It is not enough for the first down as Corbin will have it third down and 3. 3rd and 3 from the 38-yard line. 4:29. We're in the opening period as Corbin leads it by 7-0. Here we go on the 3rd down 3. Taylor gets the call. Taylor gets the first down across the 35 to the 30, the 29-yard line. Greg Taylor running hard once again and just running over people. It was David Bailey again coming up from the defensive secondary to make the tackle. But Greg Taylor has moved the ball to the 29-yard line, a pickup of 9, and Corbin's 4th first down of this game. This is very similar to last year when Corbin completely dominated the game. But it was Travis in the 4th quarter. They don't have him this year. Let's see if the Red Hounds can put this one away, a thing they did not do last year. From the 29, Taylor. Taylor off that right side, just stepping over people. Not much of a hole there. He picks his way for about 3 or 4 yards. Gantz from the defensive end position making the stop. The ball is spotted at the 25, a pickup of 4, and Corbin will have it 2nd down and 6 for the first down. Donnie Stibb along with George Fisher and Chet Maggard here tonight from Glasgow, Kentucky. Rained earlier today. Very nice night right now. A little on the brisk side. Corbin at the 25-yard line of Glasgow, threatening again. Grigsby on the option. Flag goes down. Pitches back. Here's Crace. Goes down after getting a yard or so. But a penalty marker has been dropped as Curry lost his footing. The field in pretty good shape, but you might see a slip or two here tonight. The second in this series thus far. They were penalized from the 45 back to midfield. Now they've been penalized from the 25 back to the 30, and Corbin will have it 2nd down, 11 to go for the first down. 2nd and 11. Out of the eye, strong to the right side. Grigsby, the quarterback, is under. Grigsby calls, gives Taylor. He fakes Taylor. Grigsby back to throw. Got a man open. Shelton. Touchdown, Corbin. How about that? The Scotties of Glasgow were suspecting Taylor. They got Shelton and Grigsby. They team up for a 30-yard touchdown pass. And Corbin has taken a 13-0 lead. For Shelton, let me check here. I want to see if he's the 16th player to score this year. This is getting rather ridiculous. Yep, that's his first touchdown. The 16th player to score the 27th touchdown. How about that? Corbin now, after having covered the drive consisting of 69 yards, the try for the point after. Taylor's kick is up. Taylor's kick is good. We have a timeout. With 2:52 to go in the opening period, timeout on the score. Corbin 14, Glasgow nothing. See the big selection of cars and trucks at Marine Myers Ford on the Falls Road in Corbin. Take your pick of any Cougar XR7, Zephyr, LN7, or Mercury Capri. Choose from T-Birds, Fairmonts, EXP, Mustangs, or Lincoln Continentals. In the truck line, there's the F100 through F350s, including couriers, vans, and club wagons. Or choose one of the tough new Broncos or any four-wheel drive. If you're in the market for that new Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, or tough Ford truck, come on down to Marine Myers Ford on the Falls Road. Greg Taylor had kicked the extra point earlier, and we didn't see it, but a penalty marker had been dropped. Corbin was assessed a 5-yard penalty, and Greg just kicked it that much further. I think he got a little mean on that one. He hurt that football. He knocked that thing way over the goalpost, and Corbin leads it by 14-0, as Taylor now is 11 out of 12 extra point kicking. I really hate to credit that one miss against him because it was blocked, but I guess that's the only way they do it, okay? Corbin leading it by 14-0, as they have taken the ball in on 2 drives they've had it tonight. It took them 9 plays that time to go the 69 yards. 14-0 lead. And now kicking off this time. Let's see if it's going to be, yep, it's going to be Robbie Burge once again, as Glasgow will get the ball for the 3rd time. And here's the kick. Off to the right, but Whitlow will take it at about the 7-yard line. Whitlow at the 15. He's missed by one, missed by another. Somebody got him by the ankle. I believe that was Jeff Anderson that kept hold of that ankle. And Donnie Whitlow, a 5'11", 165-pound senior, goes down, and Glasgow will start their third offensive series. Jeff Anderson, a 5'8", 166-pound senior, did a fine job in holding on to Whitlow's ankle at the 24-yard line. So Glasgow for their third offensive set of the night. They have not picked up a first down thus far. We're still in the opening period with Corbin leading 14-0. The Red Hounds have looked tough. Elmore set wide to the left side. In motion is Wooten. The quarterback, Jones, back to throw, looking left. He throws downfield, and the ball is caught by Elmore. Good defensive reaction that time by Jeff Anderson, but he couldn't knock the ball away from him and didn't want to risk a pass interference. He was all over him, but the pass was made to Elmore, and it goes up to the 33-yard line, a gain of 9. Glasgow will have its second down, a yard to go. Looking for their first down of the game. Bailey now in at split end will come to the right side. Wooten, the flanker back, is in the slot. Out of the I formation now. Second down and 1. Let's suspect Whitlow this time. And Whitlow gets the call. He's got the first down, the 35, the 40. He's at midfield. He's being chased by Rose. Rose got him at the Corbin 38-yard line. Glasgow's first down of the game on a 29-yard run that time by Donnie Whitlow. And Vic Rose was able to put him in his grasp and bring him down before he went all the way. So I thought maybe on the short yardage play it would be Whitlow, but he made it long yardage on a 29-yard run. Glasgow being spirited now as they have Wooten in motion to the right side once again. Jones gives it to Whitlow. Whitlow wants more territory. He's at the 35, and down he goes. Good tackle off that corner by Greg Taylor. Greg hit him, and he stuck him hard. And Whitlow has picked up yardage down to the Corbin 33-yard line. Again, well, it's about the 33, a gain of 5 yards. Now 48 seconds to go here in the opening period. But Glasgow getting serious about it offensively now. We'll have it second down, a short 5 for the first down. Once again, it's Wooten to the right side from the flanker back. Bailey split it in to the left side. Wooten in motion. Jones under. Jones on option. He comes right. He's hit. He's taken down, and that's going to be Roger Rose that got him. I think, no, Tom Greer. Number 24, not 54. Tom Greer off that defensive end position. Got him after a 3-yard gain to the 30-yard line. And Glasgow will have it third down. A couple to go for the first down. Let's see if they'll get a play off before the end of the first period. Only 16 seconds to go here. Glasgow at the Corbin 30-yard line. The Hounds leading by 14. Now Wooten, flanker to the right, Bailey to the left. They get the play off. Here's the handoff to Whitlow. He's hit. He dives forward. Did he get it? It's going to be close. Inside the Corbin 30-yard line. Of course, they are now in 4-down territory as the first quarter has come to an end. Steve Jewell rammed in there to hit Whitlow after he got what looks like about 1.5 yards. It's going to be close, and probably close enough for a measurement. While they're measuring and changing ends of the field, we'll let you know whether or not it's a first down as we pause here at the end of the first period. After one quarter, the score.
Since 1928, Corbin's leading jewelers, Distads. Come in. See our large selection of silver, diamonds, watches, china, and crystal. Distads registered bridal consultants will help you prepare for that big occasion. All brides who are registered at Distads may use our silver for the reception or tea free of charge. Distads is a member of the National Bridal Service. Their china and crystal is outstanding. All diamonds and gems are individually chosen for discriminating customers. You'll like Distad Jewelers. They're located on North Main in downtown Corbin.
It's going to be Glasgow's ball, just short of a first down, just missing it by inches right there. So the Red Hounds have played a great first period, up by a score of 14-0, and 1 touchdown pass, 1 touchdown run, as the Red Hounds are leading it here.
Glasgow did not get that first down. They're just inches short right here as you join us here on TV 11, Southern Cable TV.
For the action, Glasgow up with, it's going to be fourth down and just inches, and here's Don.
A big fourth down play coming up right here for the Scotties. But just inches to go for that first down. So you would rather suspect here, unless Corbin comes up with a very big defensive play, that Glasgow will have their second first down of the game. Corbin completely dominant in the game until Whitlow pulled off that 29-yard run. And since then, that has brought the momentum to the side of the Scotties. Now let's see what they do here. Again, we will suspect Whitlow on the carry. As Bailey goes wide to the right, Wooten is in the slot. Fourth down from the Corbin 29-yard line. Quarterback sneak. He should have it. He should have it down to near the 28-yard line. Got about a yard, only needed a few inches. Trying to submarine in the middle for Corbin and get under there to knock him away was Mark Least, along with Truman Perry. But they couldn't do it, and it's a first down to the 28-yard line as the quarterback Jones just sneaked it. So Glasgow at the Corbin 28 as they'll send Elmore, had split into the right side. Wooten the flanker to the left. From the Corbin 28-yard line, Wooten goes in motion now. Jones pitches back to Whitlow. Whitlow looking, and Greer almost got him, slowed him up, running him to the right side, dropping him down. Truman Perry. Wow, that was some good defense right there. Back near the 30-yard line. Tom Greer got just enough of him in that backfield to slow him up, and then Truman Perry, and then along came Steve Jewell, and they rammed him down at the 29, a loss of 1. Glasgow now will have it second down and 11. Bailey carries in the play from Coach Coy Metters. Glasgow 3-1 on the year. One of the better Double-A teams in the state, as Corbin a 7-point favorite in this game here. Darren Steely playing that corner off to the right side as we suspect maybe a pass play here. Slot formation to the left. Jones is back. He's going to throw. He's looking. He's being chased. He's still being chased by Sadler. Throws it, knocked down, and on the ground. Greer got his hand on it. Alan Sadler and Roger Rose had a big rush on the quarterback that time. And Sadler, who's doing a fine job for Corbin, a 6'1", 184-pound sophomore, almost had him. Then Tom Greer got the short pass, knocked it away. It's going to be incomplete from the 29-yard line as Glasgow will have it third down and 11. They're at the Corbin 29. We're just underway here in the second quarter of this game. A full house looking on. Some people are standing across the way. Glasgow, about a 2.5-hour drive from Corbin. We'd like to see this series go on. Good football. People split both ways as Jones is back to throw. He slips, he regains, he throws, his pass, it's caught. Down at the Corbin 15-yard line. Cutting across the field to make the tackle was Elmore. And Darren Steely ran in there to knock him down. But the pass play is good for 14 yards to the Corbin 15-yard line. It's going to be a first down. And the third for Glasgow. Corbin leading 14-0. The Red Hounds, for the first time this year, are seeing a team test them defensively. And this Glasgow team going to the air to do it. Their third first down on this drive that started from their own 24-yard line. The run of 29 by Whitlow set it up. From the 15, first and 10. Wooten in motion to the right side. Here's Jones. He fakes it, gives it into the middle, and nothing there for the fullback England. As for Corbin, Mark Least was all over the ball carrier. Jeff England, a 5'8", 170-pound senior, gets maybe one, let's call it 1-yard pickup to the 14-yard line. Second down and 9 for the first down. We played 2 minutes here in the second period of this game. The Hounds 14-0 trying to defend their goal line. It's been crossed only one time this year, that by Hazard against the JVs. Now they send Wooten wide to the left at flanker back. The slot back this time will be Kevin Gauntz. Gauntz is in motion to the right side. Split into the right side. Too long, I think. Yep, it's going to be a 5-yard delay of game penalty. Glasgow never got it off in time. Hank Royce, the broadcaster here for Glasgow, told me that these officials and the one that's doing the refereeing, he said he's the best official in this part of the state. Well, he shows he's not partial then. He knows how to count to 25. and he steps it off. It's a 5-yard penalty back to the 19-yard line. Glasgow at this point has used 10 plays to move the ball from their 24 down to the Corbin 19 now after that 5-yard penalty. It's going to be second down, about 15 for the first down. We have the slot formation to the left side of the field. Jones under on the second down play, back to throw. He's looking, he fakes, he pumps, he's going to be taken down. Roger Rose got his number. Roger Rose along with Mark Lease, but it was Rose. 2 pump fakes with the ball. He didn't let go of it. The loss is going to be back to the 25-yard line. That's a loss of 6 yards, and Glasgow now will have it third down, and let's call it 21 yards to go for the first down. So 3rd and 21 for Glasgow with 9 minutes and 9 seconds here in the first half of this game. Corbin secondary, of course, spread, expecting a pass right here. They'll have the slot formation to the right side. Mike Elmore is split at end. Back to throw. Jones looking to the left. He's hit. He throws. It may be. No. Jeff Anderson cannot get to it. Anderson looking for an interception try that time. Could not get to the ball because somebody put a good defensive hit on the quarterback.
John, let me tell you something. The Red Hounds defensive line really putting the pressure on the quarterback. Great pressure by Roger Rose just a few minutes ago, as well as Tom Greer from the defensive line is playing great football right here.
So the defensive pressure that time by Rose and Greer and people like that have caused problems for Glasgow, and it's going to be 4th down now from the 25-yard line and 21 yards to go. Got to be big play time for Glasgow. Bailey left. It's Wooten right. And Jones back. He's looking left. He throws down. He's looking for Bailey. The ball. Oh, good defensive hit by Corbin, and that was Vic Rose that prevented a touchdown. That ball was right on target, and Vic Rose applied enough of a hit to knock the ball away from Bailey. Thus, Corbin will take over the ball on downs after Glasgow had brought it down to the 25-yard line.
Scotty Jones on target with that pass right there. But great defense by the Red Hound defensive backs. That was a good defensive effort by the Corbin Red Hounds that time on that play, Don. They came up, rose to the occasion, and showed that they can play good defense.
Well, the Corbin Red...
Timeout here.
All right. Corbin has called the timeout. 8 minutes and 41 seconds to go now here in the first half. Timeout on the score. Corbin 14, Glasgow nothing.
Corbin Tire Center on the Falls Road in Corbin has the tire just for you. Great quality from Goodyear means great value for you. Go Goodyear. Roger Mumford, the manager for the past 3 years, is proud to announce that he is now sole owner and invites you to visit Corbin Tire Center soon. The mechanics there are specialists in servicing your car. When your car needs a tune-up, oil change, brake work, front-end alignment, transmission overhaul, or major engine overhaul, take it to Corbin Tire Center. Phone 528-8800.
We're so glad you could join us here tonight on Southern Cable TV for Corbin Red Hound football replays from Glasgow, Kentucky. Next week, it's going to be Corbin and Danville. That should be a great game, too, as the Blue of Danville will be coming in.
Midway the second quarter. So
Red Hounds now.
The ball on the 25, back to the action. Here's Don.
Well, the Red Hounds have their 3rd offensive series ready to unfold here. They've scored twice thus far. Grigsby fumbles the ball. Grigsby looking for the ball. Did he get it? I believe he did. It's going to be a loss on the play. And the ball will be spotted, let's call it, back to the 24-yard line. A loss of 1. It'll be second down and 11. Now Glenn Curry runs onto the field. He'll probably be bringing the play from Coach Cotton Adams. Assisted by Clyde Burchett, Tom Faulkner, John Jones, Leonard Elliott, Curtis Hart. Split in wide to the left side. That's Joe Shelton. In the slot, Greg Taylor. Now, Corbin seems a little disoriented at this point. Let's see. They've got it second and 11. People jumping off sides. Greer went one way. Defensive man went the other. And let's hope it's the Blue. I think, though, it's going to be the offense. What has happened out there all of a sudden? Corbin playing so well, and Troy Venables shot into the backfield of Corbin. But Greer was coming the other way, I think, and Greer pulled him off. Offsetting penalties, pardon me. I haven't seen that in high school ball in 100 years. Well, that's all right. No, since we've had this neutral zone installed in high school a few years ago, you seldom see offsetting penalties like that on offsides. But apparently they both left at the same time. So we're ready to go now from the 24-yard line. Corbin will have it second down and 11 as Greg Taylor is split wide to the left. Perry set behind the quarterback, Grigsby, along with Rose. Here's Grigsby. He gives it to Rose. Rose comes across the 25 to about the 26. Kevin Gauntz makes the hit. He got a couple of yards that time, and Corbin now will have it third down and about 9. Now let's see if the Red Hounds go to the air right here. Corbin is 1 out of 2 passing tonight. Of course, that one was the bomb, the touchdown to Shelton for 30 yards. Curry has brought in the play. Third down and 9. In the second quarter, the momentum has been taken by Glasgow after Corbin completely dominated the first period. One of the Glasgow players having some equipment problem right now. That is Jeff England. They've got the shoulder pads fixed now, and Corbin will have it at their own 26-yard line. Third down and 9. The Hounds leading 14-0. But we remember last year it was 27-14. And got beat 28-27, so you never get enough. Here's Curry wide to the right side now. It's a big third and 9 play. As Grigsby's under, Grigsby calls, pitches Taylor. Taylor at the 30. Taylor runs over people. My goodness, how he runs. 35-yard line, but it's not enough. Taylor, probably the hardest runner in this end of the state, has just carried the ball to the 35-yard line, a run of 9, but it looks like it's going to be short. They look across to see whether or not it's going to be close enough for a measurement. Keep your fingers crossed here. Stephen Pierce, the nose guard, made the tackle for Glasgow. The chain is stretched.
We're the Pepsi generation, having a doggone time. It's a day for watching spirits fly. Catch that Pepsi spirit, drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. Catch that Pepsi spirit, drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. At the dog wash, catch that Pepsi spirit, drink it in.
For the most complete selection of boats, motors, and boating accessories, see Corbin Marine on the Cumberland Falls Highway in the Forest Hill Shopping Center. Corbin Marine, your Mercury Marine dealer. You'll find bass, runabouts, floats, Ranger, Terry Bass, Procraft, Sea Spirit, Ebco, and Harris float boats. Phone Corbin Marine at 528-7988.
Here's Don.
A big play coming up right here. Corbin fourth down and inches to go. I think they may have just a long count. Let's see if they try to bring them off sides. Grigsby goes under. He jumped into the middle. He jumped in again. That's 5 yards. It took him twice, though. In high school ball, whether you make contact or not, you can't get into that neutral zone. And I thought Corbin would try to go with a long count that time, Chet. Just try to bring them off sides and really not risk a run, because you're up 14-0. What if they hit you behind the line of scrimmage? You're really in jeopardy. You've already lost the momentum. All you want is to try to do what they just did.
You know all about football. That's a great call, Don. Great call before they went out to make the long count, so that paid off for the Red Hounds. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line here, it's Corbin's fourth first down. A fumble. Grigsby gets it back. The exchange between Grigsby and Taylor that time didn't go, but Grigsby, for the second time in this series, got on top of the football. Corbin not playing well on this offensive drive. This is the third time they've had the football tonight. The first 2 times, they were super, but this one is coming slow. The first time they got the ball on a break, really, it took them only 4 plays to go 28 yards. The next time, it took them 9 plays to go 69 yards. But right here, they have the ball after a 2-yard loss to the 38-yard line. Second down and 12. Now a full house backfield. Both ends are in tight. Grigsby goes under, 2nd and 12. He's on the option. He'll keep. Here's Grigsby, 40, 45. Grigsby midfield. Grigsby 45. Grigsby 40, 35, 32. How about that Richie Grigsby as he takes him down the line to the left side? David Bailey was finally able to lasso him and bring him down. That is some super run by the Corbin quarterback.
That was a great play. It took 4 of Glasgow Scotties to bring him down. David Bailey, Don, rode him for about 10 yards there until some help could come up there and help him bring him down. That was a great play. Now, Glasgow seems to be getting just a little bit stronger, but these are big play ball clubs here.
29-yard run that time by Richie Grigsby, and Corbin has it 1st and 10 on their 5th first down of the game. Here's Vic Rose. Vic Rose heading off that left side across the 30, inside the 30 to about the 25. So Rose got his wheels turning that time before Mark Troutman, a 5'10", 150-pound senior, made the tackle. The gain is good to the Glasgow. Let's see where they have spotted the ball. Maybe at the 27-yard line. It's 6 yards on the play. 2nd down and 4 for Corbin now at the Glasgow 27-yard line. Grigsby hands off. Here's Taylor. Butts heads. Taylor maybe got the 4. Well, let's see. He's across the 25. Johnny Martin lowered his head along with Frank Effley to make the tackle. It's going to be close for 1st down. Briggs saw the man right in his way at the line of scrimmage, kind of butted headgears. It's not a 1st down. The ball is spotted at the 24, a pickup of 3, and Corbin will have it 3rd down, a yard to go for the 1st down. The Hounds would like to put another one on the board here before halftime. We have 4.5 minutes to go in the 1st half. Corbin leading 14-0. 3rd down, a yard to go from the 24-yard line. And a flag goes down, and here is Vic Rose, but a penalty marker is down. Rose got the 1st down with ease, but it's going to cost Corbin 5 yards. Corbin has made more mistakes here tonight. It could be anticipation. It could be anxiety. It could be wanting to really get off that ball in a hurry, but they've made more mistakes here tonight than they have in the other games.
They're playing a lot more football. I know you were going to point that out very soon, but these guys that have started the ball game are staying in there playing a lot longer, so stamina is a key to your great football team later on in the season. That's played a big part, Don. Timing might be off just a bit because they're not used to playing as much.
Of course, they're playing the better team, and that's what is causing some of this in the mistake category tonight. Corbin gets penalized 5 yards now. It's going to be 3rd down, 6 yards to go, so that really changes the complexion of the situation right here. Split in Shelton to the left. It's Curry coming wide to the right of the flanker back. 3rd down and 6 now from the 29-yard line of Glasgow. Richie Grigsby under. Grigsby very slow. He's back to throw. He looks. He throws. His pass. It's complete. Tom Greer's got it to the 15 to the 10. Knocked out of bounds, they say, at about the 12-yard line. Greer catches the pass. Johnny Martin makes the tackle for Tom Greer. That's his 2nd reception of the year. Of course, Greer caught one for 52 yards earlier this year. It's going to be
something right here, Don. Great play by Grigsby. He got the ball, rolled to his right, looked to the right, and then came back quickly to the left and hit Greer. That is smart football. That gets the defensive backs going with you, going with his eyes there. Great play by Grigsby.
It was a 17-yard pass play, and Corbin's 6th first down of the game. Down at the 12 now of Glasgow. Grigsby calls. Grigsby rolls left side. Looks on the option. He'll keep it. He's running hard. He's across the 10 to the 5 and close for another Corbin 1st down. Wow, as Grigsby's running very hard tonight. Wooten made the tackle for Glasgow. Coach Metters trying to shore up his defense, throwing people into the lineup to now. Several going into the lineup. It's a Corbin 1st down. He got, I'm trying to determine, to the 2-yard line, a gain of 10. Corbin's 7th first down now. It's going to be 1st and goal to go from the 2-yard line. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the 1st half. Grigsby on 1st and goal, calls the play. Full house backfield. Grigsby gives, touchdown, yes, no. I thought it was Taylor going in. That's his shortest gain of the night, though. He gets to the 1. Donnie Whitlow making the tackle. So it's going to be 2nd down and goal to go as Vic Rose brings the play in from Coach Adams on the sideline, replacing Glenn Curry in that backfield. Corbin will have it here, 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line. I guess I was anticipating the touchdown. Shouldn't have done that because when Greg runs, yeah, I thought Greg was in. All right, here we go. 2nd down and goal. Grigsby, quarterback sneak. Touchdown. The official had to look down. The umpire spotted him and holding.
75 yards on that drive for the touchdown. 20-0. Redhounds looking like the #1 team in Class AA football as Greg Taylor will kick it up. Curry will hold. The snap is down. The kick is up.
And Taylor, ooh, does he boom it? May hit the scoreboard. Went over the scoreboard, I believe. Wow, did he kick it out of here. The Buffalo Bills need him. They'd have tied him last night. All right, here we go. Taylor has kicked the extra point. We have a timeout with 2:44 to go. In the opening half, the score, Corbin 21, Glasgow nothing.
Chrysler Plymouth Toyota has been serving southeastern Kentucky since 1966 with customer satisfaction. Gambrel's has the best parts and service department in the area with parts deliveries by truck from Detroit 4 times a week. In Gambrel's Corbin and Pineville locations, 48 people are employed to serve you. Gambrel's offers you the full line of Chrysler products, Jeeps, and Toyotas. Oh, what a feeling to trade with Gambrel, Chrysler, Plymouth, Toyota.
Okay, after the extra point by Taylor, we got him up by 21-0 here tonight as Corbin, although having some sputtering moments in that drive, they were able to take it on downfield, and here's Robbie Burge.
Will kick off, and here's Don.
All right, Robbie Burge looking as he'll kick it to Whitlow. Whitlow coming upfield this time. We'll take it at the 15 to the 20. Whitlow 25. Whitlow turns on a burst of speed. Flags go down. He takes it across the 40 to about the 43. Perhaps we'll get a clip right here. Glasgow with their 4th offensive series in this ball game. They, in the last time, had the ball for 12 plays before they gave it up on downs. Lenny Henderlight was downfield for Corbin to make the tackle. Corbin, by the way, it took them 11 plays to go that 75 yards that time for the score.
15-yard penalty coming up on Glasgow. Illegal block on the kickoff return. That nullifies a good run by Donnie Whitlock, Don.
Well, you know, we haven't seen too much of that this year, those illegal blocks, but it was called right here in a 15-yard penalty, and these players got to watch themselves on their downfield blocking as such. About all you can do is get in their way anymore.
That certainly takes a lot out of your confidence when something make a great run like that and then have a penalty nullified.
All right, from the 22-yard line, it's going to be Wooten in motion to the right side as Jones will hand it off to Whitlow. Whitlow slips down after he comes up to about the 25. Jeff Anderson making the tackle for Corbin. Steve Jewell is also over there. We're ticking down to the 2-minute warning. Warned, you're warned. There's 2 minutes here in the first half of this game. The gain good for 3 to the 25-yard line by Donnie Whitlow, a 5'11", 165-pound senior. He's been their hoss tonight, carried the ball 8 times for 46 yards. Jones back to throw. Jones looks over the middle. He throws. His pass, no good. And actually, the closest player to it was Corbin linebacker Steve Jewell. Clock stopped with 1:41 to go from the 25. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for Glasgow now. Well, Corbin Redhounds playing their toughest opposition thus far this year, but I tell you what, other than that one drive a moment ago, Corbin has completely dominated the first half of this game. But you got to expect a team with the caliber of Glasgow to have some drives, you know. But they were able to shut them down at the 25. People spread both ways now, and here's Jones back to throw. He's being chased by Greer. He turns the corner. Rose is after him, and down he goes on the far side. As Greg Taylor hit him low, Rose hit him high. And what's the gain going to be? Maybe just a couple to about the 27-yard line. So Greer started the pressure on him. He had to run out of his pocket there to the 27-yard line, a pickup of 2, and it's going to be 4th down now. And I'm sure Glasgow does not want to surrender another touchdown. They're going to kick it out of there. It's Jerry Poland, who had that 2-yard punt to start the game, is into the ball game right now. Corbin has 3 people back. Rose, Curry, they're up the short men, and the deep man is Greg Taylor. Here we go now. Poland calls, and they're putting a rush on him, but he gets the kick out of there. It's going to be Curry. Wait a minute. That was Greg Taylor that called for the fair catch. Curry caught the ball and ran with it. Now, what do you do there? I didn't see Curry call the fair catch. Now, the man away from the ball can do it. He didn't touch it.
That's what it's going to be. Correct there. Greg Taylor obviously called for the fair. You know, Greg came up, he wanted to make the catch.
Yeah.
And Curry stepped over right in front of him there and caught the football.
Well, the ball was slanting off to the right, and I believe it was in Curry's territory that time, and the players were kind of close to it, and so Greg came up, and he was going to fair catch it, but Curry caught it, and he took off downfield, and the official whistled a penalty. I don't think, no, he's just going to hold the ball right there. No penalty has been stepped off. Now they're getting ready to. Well, wishful thinking, I guess.
Still credit the great offensive play. It's only a 5-yard penalty, not a major penalty, but you pointed out something a few minutes ago. The Red Hounds have had a lot of penalties this season, and it's only on the 39-yard line. Still excellent field position. Let's see what the Red Hounds can do here. Only 48 seconds to go in the half.
Well, this is their 4th offensive possession. Corbin has scored the other 3 times. They're at their 39-yard line now. And I think Corbin will probably play it conservative. You bet you, Bootsy. He's got Shelton. He's got him open. Shelton at the 20. Shelton dropped the ball at the 20-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Well, Joe, it's happened to the best of them. Joe Shelton was in the open, running for a touchdown. He looked back behind him, and there was the ball. Nobody hit him. He just dropped the ball at the 20, and he was in for a score had it not been that he lost the football. Well, that is an embarrassing moment in the life of Joe Shelton.
He'll never forget it as long as he lives. That was such a great play by the quarterback, Grigsley.
Oh, it's great.
Hit the football, Don, behind him, and everybody went after the back. Shelton, I screamed it out. He was wide open. He just dropped the football.
As I said, they're going to play it conservatively, and downfield, Shelton wide open. So it's a pass play. We'll get the yardage to the 20 and then a fumble. We'll count it up in just a moment. Now Whitlow will get the call, as Whitlow gets a lot of company from red shirts as he brings it up near the 30-yard line, and our first half will be coming to a close as Steve Jewell made the hit on him. Well, I don't know that I've seen one quite like it. I have in pro football, but I haven't seen one quite like it in high school football, as Joe Shelton made a beautiful grab, and he's running for the goal, and the ball slipped out of his hand. And that's the story of the first half. Well, the Corbin Red Hounds have been superb here in the first half of this game as they lead it by 21-0. We'll be back with halftime information right after we pause for this message from our sponsor. Shop at Tic Tac Supermarket on the Falls Road. At Tic Tac Supermarket in the produce department, you'll find a 10-pound bag of U.S. #1 white potatoes for only $1.49. Clorox bleach, a gallon jug, 79 cents. In the Country Kitchen Deli, barbecue rib dinner with 2 vegetables and roll, only $2.19. In the meat department, chuck roast, USDA choice, $1.29 a pound. Save 3 ways at Tic Tac with quality stamps by using the Thrifty Saver card for special price merchandise and their everyday low prices at Tic Tac Supermarket on the Falls Road in Corbin. Save at Tic Tac. Well, here at halftime, we'll be talking about that play by Joe Shelton for a long time to come. In 4 attempts, England 4 yards in 2 attempts. Corbin has passed. Well, let me figure that up a moment ago. I'm going to give...
It's evident that McDonald's, across from the Trademark Shopping Center in Corbin, takes pride in offering their customers the very best. From their beautifully landscaped surroundings to the best food around to their drive-in service, McDonald's is the place to go. So after the game, make your next stop McDonald's in East Corbin. That's where your friends will be. McDonald's, the best place to go.
For the best in service for your car, pull in at the sign of the big, bright Texaco star. R.C. Miller Oil Company, your Texaco distributor in this area, reminds you that you still get service when you pull in at a Texaco station. Texaco has the superior grade of oil, plus the right gasoline for your car's engine. If you've been missing out on service like the good old days, then switch to Texaco. The R.C. Miller Oil Company is honored to be a part of bringing you Corbin Red Hound football.
Van Tackett, the little old watchmaker located inside Ben Franklin in downtown Corbin, features fine jewelry, diamonds, diamond earrings, and Seiko watches. For your complete jewelry needs, see the little old watchmaker, Van Tackett, or phone 528-7500. And for jewelry and watch repair, see Van Tackett. The repair is done right on the premises. Van Tackett, inside Ben Franklin in downtown Corbin.
Are we ready to go? We're at halftime of this game. Got everything ready, folks? Okay. Well, we're having a fine football game, as you've noted here, as we played Glasgow to a 21-0 halftime lead, and Joe's thinking about losing that ball in the dressing room, but he's going to come back and do some good things in the second half. In the first half, Corbin had gained 130 yards rushing to 50 by Glasgow, and the Red Hounds were really showing their struts there in the first half and proving just what a fine football team they are. While we are changing tapes and doing some that kind of business here on our replays tonight here on Channel 11, first of all, I'd like to think the reason I'm here tonight, I don't think I'd made it had it not been for just the fine people, Cumberland Valley Rural Electric. They came out, and I had an electric problem tonight, and fellows, I really appreciate that. And most of you are on city utilities, I realize, but those are mighty fine folks to work the way they did tonight. And Bo Eubanks in Dallas, thank you so very much for helping me out. Well, that was on my heart. I thought I'd talk about it a little bit. The Corbin Red Hounds will be taking on Danville next week, and that game I talked to Coach Cotton Adams this afternoon. He was reviewing the films on the Danville team, and he assured me that they're going to be one of the best teams that we'll play this year. And Danville is a physical team. They're a team very much like the Corbin Red Hounds. They're a team that's going to show us a lot of options and a lot of just hard-nosed trench football. So we can expect one of our biggest battles of the year over here Friday night against the Danville Admirals. Getting back to the Glasgow game, Richie Grigsby had his finest football game of his career. And unfortunately, Richie in the second half will sustain an injury. Now, I talked to Coach Adams about Richie's injury today. It is not a break of the collarbone, but we're not really sure at this point what it is. It could be a ligament tear, or it could be just a muscle pull. But it looks as if that Corbin will be without the services of Grigsby for sure this next game. And then, of course, we have an open date and then the Everett's game, so some time for that to heal. But at this point, we really don't know what the seriousness of the injury to Richie Grigsby is. But as I said, he had his finest hour. And when they stacked up on Greg Taylor in this particular football game, it was Richie on that option play that ran it so beautifully and just had a fantastic game. In 7 carries, he ends up with 68 yards for the game. And in passing, he was 4 out of 7. So just superb thus far. Matter of fact, Richie thus far this year in passing is 9 out of 16. So he's hitting on 56% of his passes. The young kid that'll come in, Greg Duncombe, sophomore, does a fine job also. He's seen limited duty this year. He's 3 out of 6 in passing and very, very good at quarterback also. Well, the Red Hounds, after the game against Glasgow, have ended up now averaging 50.7 points per game, the opponent's 1.5. Corbin now is averaging total gain 390 yards per game, the opponent's 104 yards. Per try, you can look for Corbin to get 7.5 yards per try, the opponent's 2.2 yards. The leading rusher for Corbin, Greg Taylor, now has carried the ball 36 times in the 4 games for 357 yards, an average of 10 yards per carry. His long run 56 yards, and his top game was in the Glasgow game. He carried 21 times for 125 yards. Vic Rose has carried 12 times for 114 yards, a 9.5 average. Grigsby, 14 carries this year, 150 yards, a 10.7 average. So you can see the value of Richie in that quarterback position for Corbin, averaging over 10 yards per carry. So those are some of the offensive stats. Corbin now, as I said earlier in the first half, has 16 players in the scoring column, as Joe Shelton will end up with 2 touchdowns in this game to join the other 15 that have scored this year. The Red Hounds, very impressive in all the statistical totals, came through in this game. People are asking, is Corbin that good, or was Glasgow that weak? Glasgow is a good football team. Corbin is that good. And so the Red Hounds are going to
of course, have to prove that against a good Danville team. It's going to be the #1 team in Class AAA football against the #1 team in Class AA football over here Friday night, Corbin and Danville. Hope you'll be out to see that one. We'll have the replay of that game next week right here on Southern Cable TV, Channel 11. So I think we're ready now for a very good second half of football also, although the scoring tapers off just a little bit. Corbin has an opportunity to get by, but the Red Hounds still come out very impressively in just a great effort against the Glasgow Scotties in a good series and a fine place to play football. We are hoping that Glasgow can come over here next year, maybe continue that rivalry. So here we go now. We hope you enjoy the second half of football between Corbin and Glasgow. It's evident that McDonald's, across from the Trademark Shopping Center in Corbin, takes pride in offering their customers the very best. From their beautifully landscaped surroundings to the best food around to their drive-in service, McDonald's is the place to go. So after the game, make your next stop McDonald's in East Corbin. That's where your friends will be. McDonald's, the best place to go.
For the best in service for your car, pull in at the sign of the big, bright Texaco star. R.C. Miller Oil Company, your Texaco distributor in this area, reminds you that you still get service when you pull in at a Texaco station. Texaco has the superior grade of oil, plus the right gasoline for your car's engine. If you've been missing out on service like the good old days, then switch to Texaco. The R.C. Miller Oil Company is honored to be a part of bringing you Corbin Redhound football.
Van Tackett, the little old watchmaker located inside Ben Franklin in downtown Corbin, features fine jewelry, diamonds, diamond earrings, and Seiko watches. For your complete jewelry needs, see the little old watchmaker, Van Tackett, or phone 528-7500. And for jewelry and watch repair, see Van Tackett. The repair is done right on the premises. Van Tackett, inside Ben Franklin in downtown Corbin.
Here we are, the second half of football now from Glasgow, Kentucky, as the Corbin Redhounds lead it 21-0. Corbin back on the field now.
Glasgow has not turned back out. Are we okay, George?
All right, Corbin back on the field after leading by 21-0 here at halftime. The Redhounds touchdowns in the first half. The first time they had the ball, they went 4 plays, 28 yards. Taylor going in from 10 yards out. Taylor kicked the extra point with 8:29 to go in the first quarter. The second time Corbin had the football, they went 69 yards in 9 plays with a pass of 30 yards, scoring the touchdown to Joe Shelton, and Taylor kicked the extra point to make it 14-0. The third touchdown came on an 11-play drive that covered 75 yards as Grigsby went the final yard. Taylor kicked the extra point to make it 21-0. And Corbin's fourth offensive series only consisted of 1 play, but it was a pass play good for 41 yards before Shelton dropped the ball. And I know that Joe, he just played Super Bowl tonight, got to feel very strongly about that play. Probably will make him more determined than ever here in the second half. He's done just a super job. He's the captain that's coming out there right now with Richie Grigsby. They're going to have the toss of the coin for the second half of play. Corbin should receive to start the second half.
As Donnie Stepp will call the play-by-play, the Redhounds are going to receive here in the second half as the captains are at midfield. And with the action, here's Don.
All right, Corbin will receive and defend the goal to our left this second half. The Glasgow Scotties, a record of 3-1. They're lost 20-14 to, what is it, 4A Bowling Green? All right, 20-14. So you can see right now that Corbin has outscored any opponent of Glasgow thus far this year. No, E-Town scored 21 on Glasgow. It's 27-21 in 2 overtimes. Glasgow won that one. They defeated Taylor County 34-13, and last week blew out Butler County 54-0. But the Red Hounds' halftime total of 21-0, I'm sure, probably is the tallest total thus far this year against the Scotties. As I said, Glasgow will be kicking off for the first time in the ball game, as Corbin will send back Vic Rose, who's standing at the 10-yard line. Off to his right is Glenn Curry. To the left is Darren Steely. Upfield, the short man is Truman Perry. And then we have Tom Greer. And I can't get the number across the way on the other side. Along that front line, there's Steve Jewell, Roger Rose, Alan Sadler, Mark Lease, and Matt Church. Scotty Jones kicking off now for Glasgow. Let's see what kind of kicker that Scotty is. He's a pretty good-looking quarterback. He's only a junior. He's done quite well here tonight. But Corbin has put a lot of pressure on him. People here at Glasgow very nice to us. This is a good situation. They complimented Corbin last year, and they've done just a fine job for us here. We appreciate it very much. Okay, here we go. The second half is underway. It's a short kick, and coming up, Darren Steely. He'll take it at the 28 to the 30, the 35. Darren to the 40 to the 42-yard line. Darren Steely brings it back. Darren, a 5'10", 156-pound sophomore, stopped by Charlie Leach, and our second half is underway. So Corbin gets good field position at their own 42-yard line. So the Red Hounds' first offensive series, the second half, as Scott Crook comes out over the ball at center. Corbin with the backfield straight away. Truman Perry set ahead of Taylor and Rose, just a shade, as it's going to be Vic Rose getting the call. He'll come up to near the 45. Jeff England making the tackle. England, playing a linebacker to the right side, has put Rose down after giving 3 to the 45. Corbin 2nd and 7. Leading 21-0, just underway in the third period of this game. Richie Grigsby, the quarterback. In his backfield now, Glenn Curry, Truman Perry, and Greg Taylor. Both ends in tight once again. Here on a 2nd down and 7 play from the 45-yard line. Grigsby back. He on a counter gives to Taylor. Taylor wide to the right at midfield. The 45, the 40. Taylor trying to cut back against the grain, goes to the 30. Inside the 30 to the 28, and down he goes. Nice running by Greg Taylor. Rather than take the sideline, he tried to cut in against the grain, and then Kevin Gauntz, along with Troy Venables and Clifton Wooten. A lot of blue shirts were there. He just couldn't break it free, but has taken the ball. They've spotted it at the 29-yard line. A 26-yard run by Greg Taylor, and for Corbin, that is their 8th first down of the game, the first of the second half. The long run of the night by Greg, 29. In the first half, Richie Grigsby ran for 29 yards. Corbin 1st and 10, the 29 of Glasgow. Everything straight away. It's Taylor again. Taylor running up the middle. He's pushing people across the 25 to near the 23-yard line, and David Bailey from the secondary came and flopped his body on top of him to knock him down. The stop is made at the 23. It's a pickup of 6 yards, and Corbin will have it 2nd down and 4 for the first down. We played 2 minutes of the second half, and the Corbin Red Hounds offense has taken up exactly where they left off in the first half, just pushing that ball down the Scotties' throat. Here we go from the 23-yard line now. 2nd down and 4 for the first down. Grigsby gives Perry. Perry hitting off that left side up the middle, gets short yardage. Maybe a couple to near the 21-yard line, and Frank Early, a 6'3", 210-pound junior, came in to make his presence felt that time. The gain, no, it's good for 2 yards to the 21-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the first down. 3rd and 2 here. Corbin in 4-down territory, leading 21-0. We played 2.5 minutes of the second half. Once again, Corbin goes with the backfield straight away, and both ends in tight. Grigsby under on the 3rd down play. It's Rose getting the call. He should have the first down as he crosses the 20-yard line near the 17 where he goes down, and Jeff England has made the tackle. So Vic Rose has just picked up Corbin's 9th first down of this game. The ball will be spotted at at the 16-yard line, so give Rose a pickup of 5 yards on that last play, and Corbin 1st and 10 at the 16. So the Red Hounds have had the ball for 5 plays in moving it from their own 42-yard line down to the 16 here. All right, here's the call. Taylor gets the call across the 15. He fumbled the ball, but the whistle had blown. I held my breath and thought of last year. Corbin came out in the second half. They started driving that ball right down the throats of Glasgow, and they got down to the touchdown door and fumbled it. That time the ball got away, but the whistle had blown. And the pigskin is spotted at the 13 after a pickup of 3 by Taylor. Second down and 7 right here for Corbin now. They're playing very conservatively right now as once again the tight formation from the 13-yard line. Grigsby on the option left side. He'll keep the ball. He cuts back to his right. Grigsby may go. He's at the 10, the 5. Grigsby backs in. Touchdown. Reversing his field. Grigsby had no room around that left side. He turned, came to the right, then got to the 5, put it in reverse, and dug in and went over. That's some play.
That was a broken play, but it worked. Beautiful touchdown run by Grigsby right there. I thought one of the other players went out. He's going to come up and make a bad block there. Grigsby cut inside the defender and goes in for the touchdown. Great play by Grigsby.
A lot of savvy being shown by Grigsby here tonight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game and the 3rd touchdown of the year. Now the try for the point after. Curry holding, Taylor kicking. Placement down, it's blocked. That because the placement was never made. Curry couldn't get it up on the tee, and it's blocked, so we have a timeout on the field. Guess what the score is? With 8:08 to go here in the 3rd quarter, hold your breath. The timeout on the score. Corbin 27, Glasgow nothing.
When you need new and used car parts, see Davis Salvage, one of southeastern Kentucky's largest auto parts recyclers. Davis Salvage has parts for any make or model with a direct telephone system to 9 states. You'll find a large inventory of auto glass, windshields, and new radiators. They'll also pay you top prices for aluminum cans. See Harold or Bill at Davis Salvage, located at Oak Grove, just 4 miles south of Corbin on the Falls Highway, or phone 528-3951.
Let me say something here, Don. Scott Travis is here tonight in the stands, but he can't play.
Scott Travis is watching this game. Thank goodness. All right, here's the kickoff now. Burge puts a good toe into it. And it's going to be taken around the 10-yard line, returned across the 20, up to the 30-yard line, and down the ball carrier goes. As several of the young Red Hounds on that kickoff team were in there, Alan Sadler, one of them, Johnny Martin, had returned the ball. Also in for Corbin was Steve Evans, a 5'7", 182-pound sophomore on the tackle. So Glasgow getting the ball for the first time this second half. And they have it at their own 30-yard line. Glasgow getting 3 first downs in the first half. They have Wooten in motion to the right side. And here's Jones pitching back to Whitlow. Whitlow looking for the corner. And Greg Taylor slides down, but a few more there in red shirts to put him down right at the line of scrimmage. Let's see some of them now. And I want to look at Tom Greer and Steve Jewell and Alan Sadler. All were there for Corbin. The ball at the 30-yard line. There's no gain by Whitlow, and Glasgow will have it 2nd down and 10. You should have heard people along this press row when Corbin got ahead 27-0. They started talking about last year. All right. Here's Bailey wide to the right side now. Wooten to the left. And Jones is back to throw, looking over the middle. He's hit. He throws the ball. Ooh. Truman Perry almost had the interception, and he almost had his pads ripped off of him by Greg Harris from behind. Now that, again, was good defensive pressure by Tom Greer as he just ran right into the quarterback.
Going to be a long second half because the clock stops after every incomplete pass. I'm going to check right here, Don. It's probably about 10 o'clock right now at home. But it's going to be a long second half.
All right. Glasgow at their own 30-yard line now. They'll have it 3rd down and 10 for the first down. Wooten, a wing to the right side at flanker. Back to throw Jones. He has more time. He throws it over the middle. Perry knocks it down. He cut in front of the intended receiver, Greg Harris, that time. And Truman Perry almost got him an interception. Good defensive play.
We haven't seen too many ball clubs and runs a pro-type offense. They're in the eye with 2 receivers split both wide and left. And, of course, the clock stopped again. Fourth down, Redhounds defense really came on strong in that series.
So Glasgow fails to gain. They'll have it 4th and 10. Corbin with the triple safety now. And Poland in punt formation. Here's the snap. His kick is blocked, and wow, what a job. He's trying to run now. It was Tom Greer that went all over top of him. He's down at the 22-yard line. Tom Greer, Matt Church, Roger Rose, Tom Greer looked as if he was doing the high hurdles. He went into Poland that time, prevented him from kicking the ball, and Poland is hurt as 3 Redhounds nailed him here.
You didn't see it, but Tom Greer made a fantastic head fake to get around the blocker. It was incredible. The young man had so much...
Look what's waiting for you when you shop Food Fair Supermarket on South Main in Corbin. Aisle upon aisle of everyday low prices. Everything you'll need for the family with that friendly personal service all the way to your car. Make shopping at Food Fair a weekly habit, and you'll save. Plus, we give S&H green stamps. Food Fair is open 7 days a week for your shopping convenience. In addition to the full line of groceries, Food Fair Supermarket can supply you with farm animal feeds. There's no doubt about it. When you shop at Food Fair, you're doing yourself, your family, and your wallet a great big favor.
Low Aluminum is this area's leader when it comes to custom-built windows, aluminum siding, gutters and downspouts, and storm doors. But Lehman Lowe wants you to know also that they are specialists in installing swimming pools. They install stainless steel or fiberglass sidewalls with concrete or vinyl liner bottoms. Plan now for next summer's fun and call Low Aluminum at 528-3112 to ask about a pool of your own. They're located on the London Highway just north of Corbin.
Poland was really taken out of that play, and he's being helped up right here. And the fans, a lot of fans from Corbin, by the way, are giving him a hand. Even the Corbin football players applaud him. Corbin's Tom Greer prevented him from punting, and then all 3 players got to him. Southern Cable TV is the place here on Channel 11 each Sunday night at 8:30 for the replays of Corbin Redhound football. We're so glad you could join us here on behalf of BHTV Incorporated. We've talked about Televid. Well, our name has changed as we try to do it better. But it's BHTV Incorporated now, bringing you the replays of Corbin Redhound football on behalf of our many fine sponsors. We hope you'll patronize them. Tell them that you enjoy the replays of Corbin football as we're looking at the #1 team in the state of Kentucky. And they are feeling good out there. Watch them. Yeah. Watch Grigsby out front. That's the spirit of the Redhounds.
Who was injured over there. That is Poland, and he's going to be assisted off the field. He'll be okay. He's a tough kid. And Don, it's going to be Redhounds football, great field position.
I would call the field position at the 23 rather than the 22 as I called it earlier. Let's call it the 23, where Corbin will take it 1st and 10 at the Glasgow 23. 6 minutes and 42 seconds now the clock runs as Corbin tries to add to that total. Corbin averaging 56 points a game this year. Grigsby's under. Grigsby calls, gives Taylor short yardage, and he was stopped by Johnny Martin. So Glasgow spirited defensive play that time. This is a gain of 3 for Greg to the 20-yard line. Greg Taylor now has gained 93 yards in 14 carries. Grigsby has 64 yards in 6 carries. Rose 18 yards and 5 carries at this point in the game. So we're ready to go now. 2nd down and 7 for Corbin. They're playing the tight formation again. Wishbone look as Grigsby on the option. Flag goes down. He'll be taken down after short yardage. A penalty marker thrown in the Corbin backfield, and we saw big number 77 Stephen Pierce come in. He's 6 feet, a 215-pound junior. So Glasgow seems to be trying to fight back a little more defensively right here as they've thrown a couple of good defensive plays at Corbin.
They have come alive, it looks like, on defense right here. The started when the flag went in the air. I don't know what it could be. It might be illegal procedure as they are marking it off here. And that's the call on the Corbin Redhounds. But the Redhounds here have run into Glasgow. They're getting a little bit tougher, Don. I don't know what got the ball club fired up, but they are playing just a little bit better defensively here in the third quarter.
Well, Corbin penalized back to the 25-yard line. That's 35 yards in penalties tonight against Corbin. They'll have Glenn Curry, a wing to the right side. Well, a flanker to the right side. Corbin now, 2nd down and 12 for the first down, and here's Grigsby back to throw. He's looking, he's throwing. He tried to force it into Curry. I think Richie was intent on getting that one downfield to the right. When off to his left, Greg Taylor was begging for the ball. They had just deserted him in the flat to the left side.
There could have been some holding defensively right there.
Yeah, holding. I thought Curry already had people laying on top of him before the ball ever got there, but nothing was called. So Corbin will have it now from the 25-yard line, 3rd down and 12, and now Corbin will call timeout as Grigsby goes to the sideline. We have 5 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the score. Corbin 27, Glasgow nothing.
Corbin's oldest and largest banking institution has Corbin's newest and most modern banking facilities. To serve their customers better, the First National Bank and Trust Company invites you to share the pleasant surroundings of the new main bank in downtown Corbin. But they know it takes more than facilities to give you the best in banking services. It also takes friendly, helpful people. This combination makes First National first, with conveniently located branch banks in South and East Corbin, all with drive-in facilities. The First National Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
About 12 yards to go.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
We're ready to go here from the 25-yard line now. 3rd down and 12. Let's see what the timeout calls for. Joe Shelton wide to the left at end. Greg Taylor is in the slot. Grigsby the quarterback. Rollins behind him now, along with Vic Rose. And here's the draw. It's a counter to the right side to Taylor. He runs over one across the 20 and knocked out of bounds around the 17. And a flag goes down on Bailey. And Gotts, I think Glasgow is going to be assessed a penalty here. That might have been spearing. And you can't do that offensively or defensively this year. As Greg Taylor, I thought they set that up beautifully.
It's going to go on the Redhounds here.
It's going to go on. All right, you can't do it offensively either. Okay? We'll wait to see which team it's on. You cannot spear with that headgear, offensively or defensively. We'll wait to see.
Somebody over there that could spear because Greg Taylor was carrying the football.
Well, of course, the ball carrier can't spear, okay? He can't even lower his head like that and dive into somebody. I don't think Greg did it, but we'll wait to see. I'm trying to spot the ball. It's at the 18. That was a pickup of 7 yards by Taylor. That puts him at 100 yards even for the night.
The
Now,
official is talking to the Corbin quarterback. So that's Grigsby will probably go against Glasgow. He's giving him the option right here. The ball is resting on about the 18. They'll mark it off.
All right.
Probably half the distance, take it down to about the 9.
Right. Now, from the point of the foul, Corbin will get a first down. Half the distance of the goal line, the ball right to the 9-yard line, where Corbin will have it 1st and 10. And for Corbin and first downs, that is their 10th of the game. I thought Corbin set that play up just beautifully. They had everything going to the left, and countering to the right side was Taylor.
Glasgow made a good play to get back even to stop him on that play.
All right, ready to go. 1st and goal from the 9. Here's Greg Taylor. He's pushing people. He's across the 5 and down to about the 2 or 3. Taylor, the workhorse tonight. Greg loves every minute of it. That's his 16th carry of the night. Troy Venables responsible for the tackle. This is kind of like football weather tonight, too, fans. Little on the chilly side. Smell that coffee brewing here and there. People eating those hot dogs. Ball spotted at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 6 yards, and Corbin will have it 2nd and goal to go.
This is September. It isn't supposed to be as cool in September, Don.
Right. Okay, 2nd and goal from the 3. Full house backfield, both ends in tight. Grigsby calls. Grigsby gives. Taylor, oh, is he ever hit? That's the hardest lick that Greg's taken this year.
I started to say so. That is the toughest hit, the hardest hit that Greg Taylor has taken this year by the Glasgow defensive line.
I think Glasgow right now and Jeff England was saying, only one player is getting that ball, and it was 23, and I think about 3 people just went for him, whether he had the ball or not. They hit Greg down. It's at the 4-yard line, a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4. Now let's see what kind of trick is up the sleeve of Coach Cotton Adams. If he can decoy. I know Coach Archie Powers used to pull them out, and I was amazed at some of the plays that would come up. Let's see what happens here. All right, it's Taylor. Taylor picking his way. Taylor digging. They're looking at Taylor. He's not in there. Well, that, in essence, is about 8 or 9 people just going for 23. He got yardage this time, but it's going to be 4th and goal. Now, this is similar to the situation last year. You get down there, you don't score, well, the momentum changes. Corbin needs to score here. But Corbin may go for a field goal. Watch out. They could put that up to 30-0. We have a timeout called. With 3:24 to go in the 3rd quarter, timeout on the score. Corbin 27, Glasgow nothing. He got...
Having a doggone time. It's a day for watching. Spirits fly. Catch that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. Catch that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. At the dog wash, catch that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in.
Well, I talked about a field goal, but I don't think you really would kick a field goal leading 27-0. If you were leading 7-0 or something like that, you might go for a field goal here. But the ball is at the 2-yard line. It's 4th down and goal, and Corbin has called the timeout to talk about it. So Coach Adams has sent in the play, and I wouldn't doubt if they wouldn't have to go for number 23 again.
Look, maybe around the left side. The open field is to the left side. We've been running the ball up the middle. Glasgow's covered up just a little bit in the middle of the line as Jeff England has played good defense here against the Corbin this time.
Taylor this time is a wing to the left side as Grigsby is back. Grigsby pitches way back to Rose, and a flag is down. No, did we fumble the ball? I could not see that. Penalty markers are down. I don't think Rose got in. I never saw he fumbled in the end zone. A penalty marker is down, and if he had crossed the goal line, it would have been a touchdown, but apparently he had not crossed the goal line when he fumbled the ball, and therefore Glasgow will get the ball at the 20-yard line. So this is very similar to last year. Corbin got down, they bid for it, didn't get it. And the fumble into the end zone will give Glasgow the ball at their own 20-yard line. So that is the first time tonight that Glasgow has turned Corbin back. Corbin leads 27-0, but they've been turned back offensively. Now Glasgow tries to go as Jones, their quarterback. Wooten in motion to the left side. Jones back to throw. No, a draw play to Whitlow. Got running room, the 25. He's at the 30, up the sideline. Taylor comes, he gets him, knocks him out, along with Vic Rose. A penalty marker, clipping is the call, and that'll cost Glasgow. Whitlow made a good run on a draw, but they clipped, and this one will be called back. 2:55 remaining. We're in the 3rd quarter of the game.
Don, from where we're sitting here, it looked like Vic Rose might have been across the goal line. He wasn't. He fumbled the ball into the end zone, but Glasgow stepping up on that series of downs right there and helped the Red Hounds. That play really hurts you right there. Whitlow on the draw play had lots of running room. Good blocking. The draw play worked beautifully, but one of the offensive linemen guilty of flipping, and that runs it back there, back to the inside the 15, and that really hurts you.
It's at the 14-yard line, where Glasgow will have it now, 1st and 16. Had Vic Rose crossed the goal line and fumbled, it would have been a touchdown. He had to fumble the ball before he crossed the plane. So that's why Glasgow got the ball. In motion now is Gauntz. As Jones to Whitlow. Whitlow being chased by Greer. He put a nice step around him and brought it upfield to near the 20-yard line. For Corbin there on the tackle was Roger Rose, but the man down deep was Danny Rollins. Rollins from the linebacking position made the stop. It's up to the 20-yard line after a run of 6 by Whitlow. 2nd down and 10. Now at this point, after Corbin has failed in their bid, after getting a tremendous break after a blocked punt taking the punter down at the 23, they couldn't go in. Now Glasgow with the ball on 2nd and 10. Jones to throw. He has it intercepted. It is intercepted, I think, by Russell Barton. We'll wait to see. Yes, Russell Barton has just intercepted the ball. Barton, a 6', 156-pound senior, off that corner to the right side, has picked it up. Again, Corbin putting good pressure on the quarterback, and the Red Hounds will have the ball at the Glasgow 29-yard line.
It's a different story from last year. The Red Hounds pass defense playing great here tonight. That pass, he wanted to go to Greg Harris that time, but it was a great defensive play by Russell Barton. He just stepped in there and intercepted the football. Red Hounds have it on about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, a minute 52 to go in the 3rd quarter.
All right, let's see if Corbin can make up for the lost time a moment ago, as they have the clock running with a minute 45 and maybe too much time. Corbin had their problems in the 2nd quarter tonight when they had a few things go against them and became a little bit disoriented. And now things aren't going just according to plan right here. They get it back. A 5-yard penalty has put the ball to the 34-yard line, where Corbin will have it 1st and 15. Let's see what they do here on 1st and 15. At the 34, Taylor gets the call. Taylor gets just short yardage, and Venables has made the tackle on him. Just a couple of yards to the 32. Well, Glasgow has really keyed in on Greg Taylor this 2nd half. He has 109 yards and 19 carries. But don't let those 2 yards and 3 yards for the last 2 or 3 times fool you. The next one may be 32 yards. We have a minute 18 seconds to go. We have a flanker to the right. That's Glenn Curry. Grigsby under. Grigsby pitches. Here's Taylor. Taylor at the 30. Taylor to the 25. Down near the 24-yard line. Not a 1st down as he tried to hurdle people. Corbin, of course, all this while playing in Glasgow's end of the field and eating up valuable time as they lead 27 to nothing. The stop was made at the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, and now Corbin will have it 3rd down. About 8 yards to go for the 1st down. 40 seconds in the quarter. Grigsby under. He calls. He's back. He's looking to throw. He throws over the middle. For Vic Rose, it's incomplete. He had 3 people downfield. Chose Rose. Also Greer out and Shelton out.
Rose was wide open. The pass was overthrown a little bit off to the right of Rose. Rose ran a good pattern that time, Don. He was open. But the pass a little bit off target.
You got to figure that those Red Hounds right now have played more football in this game than they played in 3 games this year. So fans don't expect if they don't get a little tired here. Of course, they are in fine condition, but they have not had that game experience. Now, Corbin will have it 4th down and 8 from the 25-yard line. Greer wide to the right. Grigsby back. Grigsby being chased. It's a screen to Taylor. Taylor had to grab it high. Taylor down that left side gets by one, by another. Taylor's got the 1st down as Taylor runs to about the 15-yard line. A super catch by Greg Taylor because the ball, he had to go up high for it and twist his body to grab it. Then he ran by people and got the 1st down on a 4th and 8 play. Let's see where they have spotted it. A nice screen play as the defensive linemen were let through and they were coming after the quarterback. Thought they had him, but it's a 9-yard pass, an 11-yard pass played to the 14-yard line, and Corbin's 1st down, which is their 11th of the ball game. And that's now is the end of the 3rd quarter. So the Corbin Red Hounds are threatening at the 14 after the end of 3 periods of play. After 3, the score, Corbin 27, Glasgow nothing.
See the big selection of cars and trucks at Marine Myers Ford on the Falls Road in Corbin. Take your pick of any Cougar XR7, Zephyr, LN7, or Mercury Capri. Choose from T-Birds, Fairmonts, EXP, Mustangs, or Lincoln Continentals. In the truck line, there's the F100 through F350s, including Couriers, vans, and club wagons. Or choose one of the tough new Broncos or any 4-wheel drive. If you're in the market for that new Ford, Lincoln Mercury, or tough Ford truck, come on down to Marine Myers Ford on the Falls Road.
They'll have it first and 10. The ball will call it on about the 14-yard line, just inside the 15. And, Don, the Red Hounds have played a superb ball game tonight. We were talking about conditioning. It's very, very important.
We're ready to go now here in the fourth period. The Corbin Red Hounds could have had two other scores when you think back, and here they go, threatening here, first and 10 at the 14. Grigsby rolling to his right, looking downfield. Grigsby, nobody open, going to run. Grigsby at the 15, lowers his head and goes near the 10 or 11-yard line. Well, that time, absolutely nobody was open in the end zone. Good defensive coverage by the Scotties.
He was looking for Tommy Greer and Joe Shelton. Tommy, from the time his position went up and off to the right into the end zone, and he was well covered. So Grigsby had to run the football that time. Grigsby wanted to go to Shelton. Paul Greer, good defense by the defensive secondary.
And he got 4 yards down to the 10-yard line, where it's going to be second down and 6 for Corbin. So the Red Hounds threatening to put another one up, leading 27-0. The quarterback is Duncombe. Grigsby apparently could have been shaken up on that last play. Duncombe gives off, and Curry gets nothing at the 10. On that last play, Grigsby left the football field. And let's see, Greg Duncombe, a 5'11", 170-pound sophomore, has entered the lineup for the first time tonight. Greg can throw the ball, we know that, and he has some power in his running. We've seen that exhibited in a game this year. So Corbin will have it now, third down and 6 with the ball at the 10-yard line. Duncombe, the quarterback. Duncombe wheels, he gives, and Curry at the 5. Curry may have the first down as he fumbled the ball into the end zone again. Touchdown, Corbin! Yeah! Corbin got the touchdown, and that time it's a 6, it's an 8, it's Joe Shelton. And how about that? Joe made up for that one he dropped earlier tonight, and Joe Shelton was on top of the ball after Curry had fumbled it into the end zone. Joe Shelton covers it up at 10:26 of the fourth period, and Corbin has taken a 33-0 lead.
Very alert right there. Joe Shelton. Don, we might mention right here that the quarterback, Grigsby, is off to the sideline over there being attended to by some of the assistant coaches. He was hurt on that pass rollout play a few minutes ago. Greg Taylor comes on. Curry will hold, and Greg will try and make it 34-0 here. Fourth quarter just underway.
All right, it's fumbled up, and Curry running, tries to throw. He gives it to Taylor. Taylor running with it. Taylor's got 2. Nice play. The kicker gets the 2. Now, with 10 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the ball game, we have a timeout with the score. Corbin 35, Glasgow nothing.
Since 1928, Corbin's leading jewelers, Distads. Come in, see our large selection of silver, diamonds, watches, china, and crystal. Distads registered bridal consultants will help you prepare for that big occasion. All brides who are registered at Distads may use our silver for the reception or tea free of charge. Distads is a member of the National Bridal Service. Their china and crystal is outstanding. All diamonds and gems are individually chosen for discriminating customers. You'll like Distad Jewelers. They're located on North Main in downtown Corbin.
Players have not played but a quarter of a game, and they're in the fourth quarter. Now, in this situation, we've seen some of the Corbin players being injured. This could be because, well, I don't know. It could be because of a hit, you know, not expecting. But also, you got to think that those first 3 opponents, they didn't get to play that much, and we're getting late into the ball game, and these hits seem to hurt a little more at this stage of the game. All right, the kickoff now by Burge, and Whitlow will take it at the 15 to the 20. He's at the 25. A lot of young players in there right now, and he brings it all the way back up to the 38-yard line, where Lenny Hinderlight, Lenny Hinderlight is down there just about every time on every kickoff, and he made the stop.
Job on that. Alan Sadler also assisted on the tackle, but you're right. Lenny is kind of a headhunter on those kickoffs, Don. He gets down there quickly.
Glasgow at their 38-yard line will take it first and 10. So Corbin leading 35-0. This time last year, I was saying we got it wrapped up. All right, Elmore to the right side. And there's Wooten in motion. Jones, the quarterback. He'll roll on the option. He's going to keep it. Sadler had his hands on him. And now he comes back and Greer knocks him down. I thought that he was going to throw the ball back, but Sadler had him wrapped up. Then Tom Greer decked him. It's going to be behind the line of scrimmage. The ball is marked at the 32-yard line. So at the 32, it's a loss of 6 yards, and it's going to be second down and 16.
With all this experience, the defense looks very, very strong at this point, Don. So it's a credit to the conditioning program that the Red Hounds have in practice. They're playing very good and staying very, very strong here in the fourth quarter.
9:15 to go as they'll try Whitlow. He tries a lot of steps. It's not faking anybody, and a lot of Red Hounds. They never knock him down, however. But Truman Perry came in there, then Greg Taylor, and several others. Steve Jewell. 9 minutes to go in the game. Corbin leading 35-0. Now, I'll tell you what. If you defeat a team like Glasgow 35-0, you may jump from number 9 in the lit ratings to right up near the top. You're favored by 7 by lit. This is impressive. This is very impressive here. Of course, you can't really remove your starters here. You don't want to let these things get out of control like they did last year, so you stay with them. Back to throw, Jones. Jones has people after him. He throws, may be intercepted. Good defensive play that time. Wooten was the intended receiver, and Darren Steele came flying up and got a piece of the ball to knock it away. Darren Steele, a 5'10", 156-pound sophomore. And now Glasgow will have it fourth down and 16 to go, back at their own 32-yard line. So for Corbin, Greg Taylor is back along with Vic Rose and Glenn Curry. Corbin's defensive secondary, I think, has really withstood the test tonight. Glasgow has hit 2 out of 12 in passing. Troy Venables is the kicker now. Poland was hurt earlier tonight. Low snap. It's on the ground, but he'll have time to get it out of there. A short kick. It's high. You got to watch out, Red Hounds, for the bounce of that one. It's a good Corbin kick as it hits at the 50 and bounces back to the Glasgow 48-yard line. We have a timeout called. 8:21 to go in the game. Timeout on the score. Corbin 35, Glasgow nothing. Grigsby ever get up? Where is he?
Standing over there. Got his shirt off.
All right, here we go. Corbin now with Duncombe, gives to Taylor. Taylor off that right side, hit at the line of scrimmage, goes by 45-40, and taken down near a first down. Greg Taylor running hard. Greg Taylor has moved the ball from the Glasgow 48. We'll wait to see where they bring him back into play. It's a gain of 9 yards to the Glasgow 39. And Greg Taylor now has rushed for 125 yards in 21 carries tonight. That's high for a Red Hound this year. Greg had 115 yards earlier this year. Of course, we're anxious to know the condition of Richie Grigsby. Duncombe, the quarterback here, on 2nd and 1. Duncombe gives Darren Steele good running room that time off that right side. Got the first down as Steele has taken it across the 35. Darren Steele getting his first call of the night from the 39, has put it to the 34, and a Corbin first down after a 5-yard run. In first downs for Corbin, that is number 12. Now Joe Shelton split at end to the left side. In the slot is Steele. Sophomore quarterback Duncombe. Here's Duncombe. He hands it up the middle quickly. Nice running. Let's see who that is. I didn't get the number, but it's going to be Danny Rollins, I believe. Yeah, nice run on the part of Danny Rollins that time as he moves it from the 34 down to about the 26-yard line. Another player is down and injured right now. Grigsby was up and walking on the other side of the field, but I'm not sure what the problem was as far as Richie Grigsby.
Corbin Tire Center on the Falls Road in Corbin has the tire just for you. Great quality from Goodyear means great value for you. Go Goodyear. Roger Mumford, the manager for the past 3 years, is proud to announce that he is now sole owner and invites you to visit Corbin Tire Center soon. The mechanics there are specialists in servicing your car. When your car needs a tune-up, oil change, brake work, front-end alignment, transmission overhaul, or major engine overhaul, take it to Corbin Tire Center. Phone 528-8800.
That's Steve Jewell. Boy, he's a tough one. Steve is up and walking.
Ankle problem right there. Looks like he can't put any pressure.
Yeah, he looks groggy, though. Steve's played a very hard ball game. He's one of the better ones around. And now the run a moment ago by Rollins had put the ball to the 26-yard line. That was a pickup of 8 yards. Corbin will have it 2nd down and 2. 7:15 to go in the game. So the Red Hounds are getting some of their stars in physical trouble here. And, of course, next week, this is what happened to us last year against Danville. We had some people who couldn't go. Duncombe calls on 2nd and 2. And now it's a quick hitter right up the middle. Rollins again, I think. He got what looks like close to a 1st down. Red Hounds running down that clock. There won't be a miracle comeback this year by Glasgow fans. Corbin will defeat the Scotties this year. The ball is just shy of a 1st down. He got 2 to the 24. So it's going to be 3rd down, less than a yard to go for the 1st down. 35-0 Corbin leads over Glasgow. Split into the right side. Man in the slot. Quarterback Duncombe calls. Duncombe gives. Uh-oh, Taylor fumbles back there behind the line of scrimmage. Duncombe recovers. Duncombe gets on top of the ball back at the 32-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 8 as Duncombe gets on the ball.
That's one of the few times that you'll see Greg Taylor lose yardage. I think he wanted to run before he got the pitch out.
I'm seeing fatigue, I think. I'm seeing fatigue out of some of these starters here. And Greg's been worked hard tonight. Cotton told me that he said he'll run the ball 20 times in this game. Well, he's done that and more. Now Corbin has it. 4th down and 8 yards to go back to the 32. Shelton split. Duncombe back to throw. Duncombe looking. He throws. Nice pass to Greer. He had it knocked down. Good defensive play by Greg Harris. The pass was on target, but the defensive man got there. And so Corbin will give up the football on downs.
He made a good observation. You're right. The offensive line is good.
Grigsby, let's just hope that they're taking precautionary measures now. I think maybe that's what's happening as they take him off probably to look at x-rays. From the 32, Jones back to throw. Looking at Wooten across the middle, though. He goes instead to Harris. Harris has got it up at the 40-yard line. He's across to the 45 to midfield. Did he fumble? I heard somebody yell fumble.
Yeah, he fumbled it, and 51 picked it up.
All right, he fumbled it, and Charles Royce picked it up. It's going to be a pass play that's complete for Glasgow. That is their first down of the 2nd half. And their 4th.
Tired on defense, but they're really playing very well. That would not have been a 1st down, and he fumbled the football, and Royce advanced it.
All right, that's to the 47, a 15-yard pass play is what you'll have to credit it. 1st and 10 at the 47. Jones back to throw. Greer tried to put a rush on him. He cuts the corner. Here he comes upfield, and from behind, Greer puts him down, and we'll have a clip there. Number 60, Troy Venables, I believe it was. Oh, all right. Donald Jones? Okay. But the gain was good for 3, but I think it's going to be wiped out. Yeah, that was pretty obvious clip there. And the penalty will be stepped off from midfield. 5:07 to go.
The field is getting a little bit wet right here. You can tell as the quarterback, Jones was losing his footing right there during that play.
We're the Pepsi generation, having a doggone time. It's a day for watching spirits fly. Catch that Pepsi spirit, drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. Catch that Pepsi spirit, drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. At the dog wash, catch that Pepsi spirit, drink it in.
To the 35. Now Jones looking to throw. Jones rolling out. Jones will throw. It is complete to Wooten up at the Corbin 45-yard line. And Curry makes the tackle on him there. from the 35 to the Corbin 45. It's a 20-yard pass play to Wooten. Clifton Wooten, a 5'11", 160-pound senior. So Glasgow going to the air, doing things similarly to the way they did them last year, but last year they trailed 27-14 and came back with 2 touchdowns. Here, ain't no way. We got 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go. A 20-yard pass play on that last one, as Glasgow has it at the Corbin 45-yard line, and second down and about 2 yards to go. Back to throw is Jones. He jumps, well, 2 of the defensive men jump by him, and he'll probably get the first down.
Danny Rollins made a great open field tackle that time.
Rollins made a good hit, but he did what you see so often in pro football. The quarterback fakes, everybody goes up in the air, and he goes under him and gets the first down. The ball is down to the Corbin 38-yard line. That's a run of 7, and Glasgow's 5th first down of the game.
Tom Greer's hurt right now. He's on the field. He's got a problem.
Well,
The back of his leg, it might be a Charlie horse.
I think Greer's problem at this point is a Charlie horse. And while we have time out here with 3:40.
For the most complete selection of boats, motors, and boating accessories, see Corbin Marine on the Cumberland Falls Highway in the Forest Hill Shopping Center. Corbin Marine, your Mercury Marine dealer. You'll find bass, runabouts, floats, Ranger, Terry Bass, Procraft, Sea Spirit, Ebco, and Harris float boats. Phone Corbin Marine at 528-7988. For the most complete selection of boats and accessories, see Jerry Cassidy at Corbin Marine on the Cumberland Falls Highway in the Forest Hills Shopping Center.
Well, those muscles tightening up on some of those Red Hounds here late in the ball game, and the Scotties have it 1st and 10 at the Corbin 38-yard line. Well, yeah, Steve Jewell looks to be all right on the side, so Tom Greer just goes off the field. Glasgow 1st and 10, and Jones, what a defensive play, and who was that? Roger Rose, my goodness, from his nose guard position. Roger Rose, 5'9", 203-pound sophomore, got on top of the quarterback Jones before he could even turn to go backwards.
Quick as a cat, and he's only a sophomore. That means the Red Hounds are going to be great at nose guard for a couple of years to come. Donnie was in there so quick. Great speed by Rose.
Well, he got him for a 6-yard loss, and Roger Rose was just, was he in there quickly. Now we're ready to go. Glasgow split into the left side is Mike Elmore. Back to throw Jones. Jones looks over the middle, and Perry tried to cut in. The ball was thrown too low. Perry stepped in front of the intended receiver, Greg Harris. Incomplete pass at the 44-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the game now. 3 minutes. Corbin leading 35-0.
We knew the pass defense would get a test here tonight, and they have really, really played great. And the pass defense has really come on, Don. They're looking like safety veterans out there.
Glasgow is 4 out of 15 in passing. Corbin's pass defense is standing the test here. All right, split in left flank or right. Back to throw Jones. Jones has more time this time. He throws it. Is it complete? No. Intended receiver was Wooten. Weevil Grove covering for Corbin. Corbin has some of the younger people in there right now, by the way. Grove, number 22, a 5'9", 153-pound junior. Martin Earl Pennington, a 6'1", 164-pound sophomore, is in playing a defensive end. And let's see. Alan Sadler playing the other side. Danny Rollins a linebacker. Truman Perry a linebacker. Russell Barton a corner. Grove a corner. In the deep safety is Vic Rose. And then Darren Steele one side. Glenn Curry to the other. That's some of the Corbin people. Of course, Roger Rose in the middle at nose. Here's Jones back to throw. He's looking. He's throwing. His pass. It's intercepted. Take him to Rose. Rose at the 25 to the 30, 35, and down he goes, and Corbin has the ball. As we have a timeout here with 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go, and the score, Corbin 35, Glasgow nothing.
I saw that. Did you see him coming up and scoring like this? He was saving himself to catch the ball.
Well, the Corbin Red Hounds have caught about as many of the passes as Glasgow have. They've caught 2, and Glasgow's caught 4. They've intercepted 2, I should say. And Corbin has the ball right now at the 36. Just 2:24 to go. That's Duncombe, the quarterback. That's Steely, hit hard. He'll take it, taken down. Darren Steely taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage, the 36. He lost to the 34. So Steely loses 2. Clock runs down to 2 minutes in the game. Coach Cotton Adams seeing many of his starters go the route tonight. And there's Matt Church at a tackle position this side. He's one that's been in there about all the way. Now I think that's Frankenberger in at halfback position. Frankenberger across the 35 to about the 36.
Has been serving southeastern Kentucky since 1966 with customer satisfaction. Gambrel's has the best parts and service department in the area, with parts deliveries by truck from Detroit 4 times a week. In Gambrel's Corbin and Pineville locations, 48 people are employed to serve you. Gambrel's offers you the full line of Chrysler products, Jeeps, and Toyotas. Oh, what a feeling to trade with Gambrel, Chrysler, Plymouth, Toyota.
Yard line, Eubanks got 4. Wait, hold it. Eubanks gets 6 yards on that play, pardon me, as they spotted it at the 41. And Glasgow has called the timeout with exactly 1 minute to go in the ball game. So with 1 minute to go, timeout on the score. Corbin 35, Glasgow nothing. And we want to remind you to shop at Pick Pack Supermarket on South Main and Corbin for these specials this week. In the produce department, a 10-pound bag of U.S. #1 white potatoes for $1.49. Chloride bleach, a gallon jug, 79 cents. In the country kitchen deli, barbecue rib dinners with 2 vegetables and roll, only $2.19. In the meat department, chuck roast to USDA choice, $1.29 a pound. You'll save 3 ways at Pick Pack with quality stamps by using the Thrifty Saver card for special price merchandise and their everyday low prices at Pick Pack Supermarket on the Falls Road.
1 minute to go, Don. It's 35-0. Redhounds come down here and shut down Glasgow.
Well, Glasgow lost to Bowling Green this year, 20-14. Corbin leads 35-0. It's a 4th down play. Will they get the first down? Maybe. Good running that time up to midfield. And it's Eubanks, I believe. Derek Eubanks again. Back-to-back carries. Nice one for a first down to midfield. He got 9 yards that time. Derek Eubanks, and Corbin has just picked up their 13th first down of the game to midfield. Now we're down to 50 seconds to go in the game. 35-0. I thought Corbin would win by at least 3 touchdowns and probably could have won by 45-0. Had a couple of good opportunities, not gotten by. It's Darren Steely this time. Steely at the line of scrimmage down to the 45, and he gets down to about the 44. So Darren Steely with a fine run. And Corbin running out the time now. One thing that'll be very impressive, too, is that Corbin has had their goal line crossed 1 time this year. And that was a gift to Hazard. Now 3 shutouts in a row is what we're looking at. Steely had moved the ball. They've spotted it at the 45, a pickup of 5. 2nd down and 5 for Corbin. Only 2 seconds. They just watched the clock run out. They will not run a play. And the Corbin Redhounds have won it here to make their record 4 wins and no losses, defeating their toughest opponent of the year, the Glasgow Scotties, by 35-0. I'll be back in a moment with more right after these messages from our sponsors. Well, the Corbin Redhounds here tonight, very impressive. No doubt they'll retain their #1 ranking in Class AA football as Corbin. Greg Taylor tonight carried the ball 21 times for 125 yards. It was Grigsby, 7 carries, 68 yards. Those were the 2 big ball carriers for Corbin. A lot of people got into the act. Rollins, 3 carries, 22 yards. Steely, 3 carries, 8 yards. Corbin attempted 9 passes and completed 4 as the Redhounds gained 364 yards tonight. They picked up 13 first downs. So 364 yards is close to their average of 400 yards against the weaker opponents. And the Corbin Redhounds leading 21-0 at halftime, let 2 scoring opportunities get by, in the ball game, 2 real scoring opportunities, but they still win with ease over one of the better-rated teams in AA football. Glasgow, on the other hand, got Whitlow with 62 yards. He had 46 of those at halftime. Glasgow ended up with 5 first downs. They had 3 of those in the first half. And so Corbin defended the pass very well. Glasgow was 4 out of 17 and had 2 intercepted tonight. So that's good pass defense, as Glasgow had 23 yards in passing in the first half. And for the ball game, Glasgow ends up with 119 yards total gain. Corbin 364 yards. Corbin, by the way, passed for 99 of those 364 yards. 265 came by way of the rushing game. Next week, it's going to be Corbin and Danville. That game will be at Campbell Field, and we invite you to join us right here on Channel 11, Southern Cable TV, for the replay. We hope you've enjoyed it tonight. On behalf of Gene Harless, Jerome Baird, Dale Johnson, and David Lowe, this is Donnie Stepp from Glasgow, Kentucky. The final score again, Corbin 35, Glasgow nothing.
Sign up now for home box office on Southern Cable TV and get the latest weather information here on Channel 11, Southern Cable Corporation. You've been viewing Corbin High School football, the champions of 1980 AA football, and presented by McDonald's, R.C. Miller Texaco, Van Tackett Jewelers, Lowe's Sporting Goods, Insurance Service Center, Laurel Landscaping, Shoe World Factory Outlet, Davis Salvage, Food Fair Supermarket, Lowe Aluminum, First National Bank and Trust Company, the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Marine Myers Ford, Distad Jewelers, Corbin Tire Center, Corbin Marine, Gambro Chrysler Plymouth, and Pick Pack Supermarket. View Corbin Red Hound football every Sunday evening on Channel 11 here at 8:30.